Good morning. Oh, my goodness. Well, I know the council members that feel like that we're sitting right in a city council meeting where all of you all have come to the council meeting for the vote. How about that? Let's give a nice hand of applause to the Casual Elegance Quartet. All right. Now, among some of the songs that they are playing this morning is A Foggy Rainy Day and Fly Me to the Moon. So it works, doesn't it? All right, you all. Well, listen, good morning, and talk about crowding the winner's circle. That is surely what we are doing this morning. It is great to be with all of you today as we mark this significant milestone for our city, breaking new ground on a senior citizens center. There we go. Now, I want to recognize our council members who are here today, beginning with Vice Mayor Linda Gordon, we'll hear from Linda in just a minute. And at-large council members Steve Kay and Chuck Ellinger. And and council members Chris Ford, Siobhan Akers, Diane Lawless, Julian Beard, Bill Farmer, Kevin Stennett, Jennifer Scutchfield, George Myers, Jennifer Massotti, Harry Clark, Peggy Henson, and Ed Lane. Let's give everybody a hand. Former Mayor Teresa Isaac is here, and former Vice Mayor Isabel Yates. Isabel, you all stand up. Council members, stand up. Let's give another. Oh, poor Kevin, he can't. That's okay, buddy. You guys. All right. Okay, as many of you know, this council unanimously supported funding for this much-needed senior citizen center, $13 million over the past 2 years. There we go. There you go, Juanita. Beth said, you go get him, Juanita. Now, we appreciate everyone coming out on this wonderful rainy morning, especially many of our seniors. Thomas, Roberta Yates, Sue Adams, Linda Sutherland, Tony Higdon, and Ernestine Thomason, who was at the opening. Beth is going to share a lot of stories, including Ernestine. Ernestine was at the opening of our current senior center 31 years ago. Yes. Now, all the participation and input from our senior center patrons helped make this project a reality. And I'm going to go off script here for just a second because I want to share with y'all before I introduce the Vice Mayor and Beth and Councilmember Farmer for remarks. I'm going to go off script here to recognize someone who really pulled it all together. And that is our Chief Administrative Officer, Sally Hamilton. Sally, you come on up here. Come on up here. Just stand up, everybody. Come on up. She's going to have to say a couple words, and she will be brief. Sally's going to have to say a couple words. She'll be brief. But let me tell you, being in the construction business all my life, I have discovered on this side of it, when you're in the government and putting a project together, that's where Josh and EOP, that's where I'm speaking now to our contractors and architects. It's on the planning side and pulling it all together where the real work has to get done. And Sally did it all the way. Even with me, when I would get anxious and nervous and tense and say, now, how much are we going to spend, Sally? And she would just calm me down, y'all. So, Sally, here, please share a few words. You have been our angel in all of this.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And this is done today with the mayor's support and that of the council. I've never gotten $13 million so easily in my whole life. They were with us, the mayor and the council were with us at every step of the way, always talking about how important seniors were and just always ready to give. I also want to just say that some of the experiences we've had so far, it's been a joy to work with the neighborhood here. There'll be certain people who'll be introduced that have really been so instrumental. Idle Hour neighborhood is wonderful. And also the church. We could not have gotten where we have gotten today without Southland Christian. They have been with us at every turn. And of course, all of you all, and Beth, have just been wonderful. So thank everybody very much. And also our architects, EOP, have listened to us at every stage when we said to them, "Ooh, I don't like that." and they would try to explain the architectural significance and we'd say, "Ooh, we don't like that." So they were really, really good. And we're looking forward to our contractor and we appreciate them all. Thank you.
Thanks, Sally. Juanita wants to talk to you. Uh-oh. Well, this is a press conference, Juanita, so you're ahead of everybody. Oh, all right, honey. She said lots of them. All right, you can tell this has become a town hall meeting, not a press conference. All right. Now, at this time, it gives me a great honor to introduce our Vice Mayor, who has been supportive and with this project from the beginning, Vice Mayor Linda Gorton. Vice Mayor.
Thank you so much, Mayor. And I'm so happy to see my council colleagues all here this morning, and former Vice Mayor Yates and former Mayor Isaac. Thank you for being here. Well, good morning and welcome. This is a great day for senior citizens of Lexington. This is a big deal for the government to break ground on a new building. And I was trying to think, Mayor, the last time we broke ground, I think it was either our courthouse or our jail. And they're linked, you know. First you go to the courthouse, then you go to the jail. But it's been a long time since we have broken ground on a building that the government is funding and building. So this is a big deal. This has been a very methodical process, and I attribute a lot of that to Sally Hamilton, whom you just saw up here. In the beginning, we decided we wanted the right spot, and we studied crime statistics, we studied traffic patterns, we studied where the senior citizens live. We studied a whole lot of different things to show us the right place to put this senior center, because we wanted it to be good for a long time. We got input from hundreds of citizens, thank you, Beth, including users of the current senior center. They had lots of input. We had input from our Senior Services Commission members, and I know a lot of them are here today. And by the way, thank you, Home Depot. We like you here too in your orange aprons. So today's seniors and the seniors of the future are going to be active. They are active. They need an up-to-date center to enjoy. This project, as the mayor said, has been a long time coming. And so I especially want to thank Mayor Gray for his undying support. You know, the mayor has the ability to nix things, and he knew how important this was to our community. I want to thank CAO Sally Hamilton, Commissioner Beth Mills, all of their staffs. They've worked so hard. Our Senior Services Commission members, EOP and Marilla Design and Construction. We're all in it together. And everyone is going to ensure that this Senior Citizen Center is going to be one of the best buildings you've ever seen, and it will last us a long time. So right now, today, I'm going to lay down a challenge to the mayor. And my challenge to the mayor, I'm a little bit older than he is. So my challenge is we meet at the Senior Center for a game of hearts. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Vice Mayor. When the city began looking at possible sites to build the new center, Idle Park emerged as the best option, as Vice Mayor Gordon just described. Its location at Richmond Road and New Circle will improve access to the center, and the park setting will offer enhanced programming opportunities. It was important for us to work with neighbors, including Annette Castle, Marie Bradshaw, and all the folks in the Idle Hour Neighborhood Alliance. And also, as the Vice Mayor has already said, a big thanks to the staff and members of Southland Christian Church, Senior Pastor John Weiss, Executive Director Kurt Braun, Operations Director Jim Cox, and Church Elder Craig Avery. At this time, I'd like to now welcome to the podium our 5th District Council Member, Bill Farmer, who represents the Idle Hour neighborhood. Councilmember Farmer. I didn't do the long reading. That's okay.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 5th District. Welcome to Idle Hour. Those are great words to say. I know that Councilmember Stinnett played his first down on the field that we're on right now. I know that Councilmember Ford played here too. You're looking at one of the most complicated projects this city has ever undertaken. It's a stormwater project, it's a sewer project, it's a park project, but it's this Senior Citizen Center that we're here about today. When I was really little, when you would drive out this way and you looked out the window of your car on this side, this was a swamp. I don't know what else to call it. It wasn't a pond. It had no form. Really, it had no fashion. It was a couple of pylons to hold some high voltage lines that ran across. We filled that in. We made Lexington's, I guess, second mall at the time, Lexington Mall might have been. And this was a hub of entertainment, shopping, and an amenity for the neighborhood. That time passed. And the time after that passed very slowly for the neighborhood because what was left of the mall really didn't benefit the city, but it certainly didn't benefit the beautiful neighborhood. And today we're here to celebrate that passing too, as we see fit to repurpose the very valuable land we have inside of our urban service boundary to make Lexington better and protect our green space. But we saw rise from what was just, in essence, a merchant center, a beautiful new church, and a Home Depot that services so many. And today, the repurposing of some of the land in this park to give us a long-needed and much celebrated Senior Citizen Center. And I would just say to you, if the building behind us is a place of peace, the building that's going to be before us will be a place of promise. And I hope to meet you all here as seniors together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilmember Farmer. Wonderful words. Inspiring. Now next, I want to introduce the woman who, without, we would not be here. And that is Beth Mills. There we go. Commissioner Beth, as you know, is Commissioner of the city's Department of Social Services. She is energetic and determined, and she is an advocate for families and seniors. And her staff in the Division of Aging Services, including Christy Stambaugh. Christy, where's Christy? Right here, there she is. Christy was driving a bus a minute ago, I thought. And Sean Wright, right there, Sean. We all know they do an extraordinary and outstanding job providing social and recreational activities for our citizens. And I know this project means so much to Beth. From the very beginning, she said, now, Mayor, Jim, she said, before the term is out, I want to break ground on the senior center. And we're there, Beth, and you know that. So, Beth, please come right up here and take over your podium.
Thank you so much. Give me a hug. Awesome. All right. Well, this is just like a surprise party for me because I'm surprised we're here. It really happened. 31 years ago, my first job in urban county government was the director of that senior center out on Nicholasville Road. I was just a puppy. I don't care if you know my age. But anyway, I didn't really know what I was doing. Some of the original members who opened that center with me are here today. I'm glad they're here. We didn't have any furniture. We didn't have any seniors. Scotty Bazzer said, I built you a building. Go build a program. And so we did. And over the years, it has grown so much. And it's just a special place. You know, we all have had changes over our careers. And if I could ever pick my favorite job ever, that would be the one. It was just a joy to go to work every day. I used to come home to my husband and say, I can't believe I get a paycheck for this job. The first person I want to thank is Mayor Gray. When he first campaigned for this job, he promised you seniors he was going to build you a center, remember? And boy, that was just like manna from heaven for me. And he gave me the green light, and he came to me the second month of work. I don't know if y'all remember this. And he said, Beth, I want you to help me build a world-class center. That's a heck of a challenge when you have a budget. But I'm going to tell you in a little bit, I think we're going to get there. Then I met Sally Hamilton, and Sally got all this passion for this program. And the only thing I know to say about Sally, I would say the word that describes her best is tenacious. She really goes after a project, moves it forward. But she does it all with good humor and support. And just makes it a pleasure to work for her. I can't say enough about Sally. And Linda Gordon, you know, she's on the council and she's on the Senior Services Commission, but she actually led both of those groups, Linda Gordon did. And from day one, she met with people about what needed to be with this center and helped get people on board. And I can't thank you enough, Linda. So, we started down this path and we started doing research. And we had consultants from Ohio and consultants from Boston. And then we went with EOP to visit some of the best centers in the country in New England. And I'm going to tell you, this center is going to surpass those centers. EOP Architects not only has a bigger center than those on this beautiful park, we're not going to come without furniture. We're putting beautiful furniture and gym equipment in this building. And so I'm really excited, and I don't think it's an overstatement to say that this will be a world-class center when it's finished. So this is the building. We're excited about the building, but that's not what's important. What's important is my staff. I want y'all to come up here so everybody can see you. Come on. No, come on. Do the parade. Martha, you too. You're my staff too. Come on, Donnie. So, these are the real rock stars. You know, they could build a sense of community in a warehouse, you know. When the seniors came down to council to talk about their program, I think this is what they were trying to convey to you. Every person that walks in that door is treated with dignity and respect, and it feels like a home to them. Yes, and I want to say Christy and Sean, all along the way, they went with us to New England, they looked at the plans, and we would get called on, isn't this pretty? And they said, yeah, it might be pretty, but it won't be good for the seniors. So they looked through your eyes the whole time. I want to call out the names of the rest of the people. Martha Duncan of Parks and Recreation, Jennifer Garland and Melissa Stiff, our social workers, Carrie Allen, who runs the office, and we couldn't do anything without Carrie, Jody Rose, our Zumba teacher and parks person, Chuck Mead and Donnie Graves, who drive the vans, and Vanessa Taylor, our custodian. These people make the center. Thank you all. Okay. So we're going to let them move this way so y'all can see the real VIP of the day. Okay, so when I knew we were going to build this center, there were two people who I met on the day of the open house. This was in May of 1983. Well, actually three. I met Ernestine and her husband, Charlie, and Beulah Connolly. There were a lot of other people. Beulah, we lost Beulah last year. She had been a faithful member of the center. And I got a little upset last week because Ernestine was a little sick. And I was worried she wouldn't be here today, but I don't think she would have missed it for anything. She said I could tell her age. She's 88 years old. Ernestine came with her husband, Charlie, to the center the first day. They volunteered. Ernestine was the volunteer to help people on and off the van. She served dinners. Charlie helped buy the covers for our pool tables, and they clowned around all the time. They were probably some of the funniest people in the center. So now, she lost her husband in 56 years. Since she's come to the center, she's lost her son. And Ernestine has been through some major health problems. But I'm going to tell you what, 31 years later, she still comes out there 2 days a week. And I don't think Ernestine would be such a vibrant 88 years old if it wasn't for the Senior Citizen Center. So it's just a privilege to be a part of this project, to leave something for Lexington seniors. And I always like to talk about the value of your tax dollars. What a shining example of social impact to the taxes that you pay. Thanks for being here.
Whoa. Beth knows how to get it right. All right. So this new center will be a vibrant space for Lexington's seniors. We know that you want to stay active, learn new things, and be engaged in the community, just like Beth was saying. Our new senior center, right-sized for our community today, will meet those needs in a comfortable, inviting environment. So right-sized, what does that mean? Well, consider this. When the current senior center on Nicholasville Road opened in 1983, Lexington's older population was around 26,000 people out of 209,000. Since then, our senior population has nearly doubled, more than 50,000, far outpacing Lexington's overall growth rate. So, as Beth said, EOP Architects designed a center that meets our current needs and allows the city to keep up with a growing demand for aging services. Equipped with multi-purpose rooms, a fitness area, dance studio, music rooms, art studio, a library, cafe, and other amenities, this senior center will be the place to be. As we heard today, a lot of planning and work has already gone into the project, led by Sally Hamilton. I want to recognize Jamshed Baradaran, the city's Director of Facilities and Fleet Management, Project Manager Joyce Thomas, and of course, already mentioned Sally. All of these folks together have been managing this project. And what I love about it too is with all that we've got, we are still well within our budget of $13 million. Yes. It's a significant investment in our community, just like Beth said and the Vice Mayor said. At $13 million, it's the largest general fund project Lexington has taken on in many, many years. Sally and her team will work with the general contractor, Marilla Design and Construction, throughout the project. And they're right over here. Josh, your team is right here. Also, kudos to Parks and Recreation staff for helping us get things ready today and for all that you guys do routinely to make events in our city something special. Right. And Shantae Hall, I don't know if is Shantae here? She is here. Shantae Hall for today's event. Yes, right here, right now. All right. So thank you all. And I sure look forward to seeing you all again at the grand opening the ribbon cutting of this senior center in early 2016. Now, for what we've come out here for special, the turning of the dirt, the groundbreaking. So we will go ahead and turn some dirt now, right out here now. If anyone who's not in the starting pictures wants to get your picture taken, please hang around and we will make sure that you get a picture taken with the shovels and the hard hats, all right? It's a deal. Okay. Juanita, I know you're going to take that hat you got off and put on a hard hat. All right.
Very nice.
Okay, on the count of three, try to hit Greta. Where are we going? 1, 2, 3.
That was originally his agreement with Lexington to service their employees.